Good morning, guys. So we have a lot that we're doing today, but before we get into all of that, there's a couple things I want to update you on because a lot has changed here in the last week. The most obvious change is our goat setup has moved. Our barn is finished, at least this section of it. We have the dry lot done. All the goats and Pharaoh are in here together. So that's cool, that's done. We moved the chicken tractor from where it was, which was right there. We took down this line of fence, but there's actually something in there. This week I had a friend of mine come up and visit from Florida, and her neighbor had something that I really wanted and could not find locally. So this is what she brought to me. There's a longer story that I will go into explaining why we got this specific pig and why we had to get one from Florida and not somewhere local. But this actually isn't the point of today's video. There's been a recent development with our goat herd. Turns out our buck, Morty, is sterile. I wasn't really 100% sure, but I knew he had bred our does and had seen it happen, and then they were still coming back into heat, and the odds of every single one of our does having an issue versus our one buck having an issue, you know. Anyways, I posted on Facebook, said I was looking for another buck, and actually the people I bought Morty from were like, hey, I am so sorry, we didn't know there was anything wrong with him. They did breed him to a couple of their does, and they didn't take either, but I think they only bred him to like 1 or 2, and they didn't know, and I never checked back in to hear about them. So I'm sure it was not on purpose at all. Like, they're very nice people. Because of that, we had to very, very quickly find a new buck. So today we're moving Morty out of here and we're going to buy a new buck. So we have Morty in the chicken tractor temporarily. He can jump really, really high, so he has to be in something that's enclosed. And then Fraulein, the pig, because she was in here, she's actually in the pig pen. If you've been watching our channel long enough, about this time last year, we brought home Jackie and Wilson, and this is the pen they were in. We took it down, moved it, did some stuff, and then had to put it back up. Hey, pig. I was just coming to check on you. It's all right, I'm not gonna mess with you. Okay, now that those two are moved, we can bring the new buck in. Hey, buddy. Yeah, you don't know me yet. I'm the food person. You will like me. You girls see your new boyfriend? Oh yeah, Ada, you see him. I didn't film much of picking him up, but behind me is our new buck. We haven't named him, we haven't even talked about names. We were more concerned about getting our does bred. This new fella does have horns, which is something I really don't like for my goats to have. I actually have a whole video talking about why I don't like them to have horns. If you want to check it out, I'll link it above and below. But other than having horns, he is very pretty. He's got a really nice color. He's like, I don't know my goat colors at all, but he's brown with white on him, and he's got these beautiful blue eyes. So I'm hoping that means we get some kind of colorful babies from him. This new buck is a Nigerian dwarf. He's 3 years old and is a proven breeder, which was very important for me to find something that I know for a fact can have babies, since apparently Morty is sterile, which is really unfortunate because he's a beautiful buck. He just doesn't have the ability to do what a buck is supposed to do, and that's really unfortunate. Morty is definitely not happy that he's not with his girls, but we couldn't have both bucks in together. I'm sure they would just fight, and the new boy has horns, so definitely has an advantage over Morty. The next question, I'm sure a lot of you are asking yourselves, would be, what are we gonna do with Morty now? And the answer is, I'm not 100% sure. I would really like to rehome him as a wether, like either someone else can castrate him or we can do it before he leaves. So the plan is try and rehome him, and then if we can't, we will put him in the freezer. He's young enough, he's not very rut-y. We're gonna see what happens, really. And if we can't find him a new home, because a lot of people don't care to have wethers, because they're not like useful, then we'll just have to put him in the freezer. That's pretty much what it comes down to. So if you're in like South Georgia, North Florida, Eastern Alabama, and you're interested in a pet goat, you can by all means contact us. But other than that, that's what's gonna happen with him. I'm still gonna keep all of the possible due dates for these girls in my phone, just in case one of them did actually take. I don't want to be caught unprepared. So we're gonna keep their information in my phone and just watch really closely for the next couple weeks and see who comes into heat and make sure that new guy gets his job done. So it's really unfortunate that we're not gonna have any Morty babies. He is really pretty, and I was really excited about those babies, but I don't think it's gonna happen for us. So that's what's going on here. That's what's happened over the past couple days. It's definitely been a very interesting few days as all of this has transpired, but hopefully everything's gonna be fine now. Hopefully we're gonna get our does bred and not have to worry about having a herd of dairy goats that aren't in milk. If you enjoyed watching today's video, please consider liking, sharing, or commenting down below. This just tells the YouTube algorithm that this is a good video for other people to watch and that it should show it to other people. And it's a really non-committal way of supporting us. Now, if you want to commit, you can subscribe and hit the notification bell, and that just means you're gonna get a little pop-up on your phone that tells you when we put out a new video. If you'd like to get to know us on a little bit more personal of a level, a great way to do that is to check us out on Instagram. I post there on a daily basis, especially on our stories, and it's a great place to see things as they're happening, instead of on YouTube, where there's usually a delay between when something happens and when you get to see it. If you stuck around this long in the video, thank you for hanging out with me today. If you have any name suggestions for our new buck, just comment them down below. We really like Hebrew names, but at this point, I really don't have a preference. He's probably not gonna stay here that long. So anything goes. Until we meet again, bye y'all.